Okay, so how does sine and cosine relate to tangent and cotangent? So in here I have drawn the sine graph, which is represented by the orangey-like color, and I have the cosine graph, which is the purple graph. So now what we're going to do next is we're going to draw the tangent graph, which will be the green color. Okay, so first we have to find the asymptotes. So tangent is sine over cosine. So that means we're going to have an asymptote whenever cosine is equal to 0. And this happens at pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2, or 90 degrees and 270 degrees. So those are our asymptotes for the tangent graph. Now when we draw our tangent graph, it will look like this. Here, because between 0 and pi over 2 tangent is positive, so it has to go above the x-axis. Between pi over 2 and pi, the cotangent is negative, so it's below the x-axis. And then pi and 3 pi over 2 is positive above, and then 3 pi over 2 to 2 pi, it's negative, so it's below. Okay, so now let's draw the cotangent, which will be the blue graph. So again, we're going to do the asymptotes first. So cotangent is cosine over sine. So this time the asymptotes will lie whenever sine is equal to 0. And this happens at 0, pi, and 2 pi. So the graph will look like this. And like tangent, we can go about going where cotangent is positive and negative according to the quadrants. Now we can see a big relationship between them. So in here, this is all the first quadrant because it's between pi and pi over 2, which is 0 to 90 degrees. And in the first quadrant, all 6 trig functions are positive. So that's why they're all above the x-axis. In the second quadrant, pi over 2 to pi, which is 90 to 180, only sine is positive, so that's why only sine is above the x-axis, and then the rest are negative. From pi to 3 pi over 2, which is 180 to 270, tangent and cotangent are the only ones that are positive, and sine and cosine are negative. Now from 3 pi over 2 to 2 pi, which is 270 to 360, which is all this quadrant, only cosine is positive, while the rest, tangent and cotangent and sine, are negative. And that is how we see the relationship between all these graphs on a unit circle scale.